just 4 days ago, Bitcoin touched and bounced off of the 200 daily moving average. But can Bitcoin now bounce off of the 21 DMA and ensure continued pumpage, gainers, and bustage to the $50,000 level? And as we talked about in yesterday's video, Ethereum received a strong bounce at the bottom of our bullish triangle that is set to erupt within the next couple of days. And with the SPX rumping to the upside and the DXY now on life support, the sideways trading and boringness is about to end. But which way will we bust? I'm your host, Henry Jalapeno Poppers, and just like a jalapeno popper, Bitcoin is about to potentially pop right in our mouths. Wow, absolutely very big, as Bitcoin has been pretty much the most sideways it's been over the last couple of days in quite a long time, as we see Ethereum get a very strong confirmation off the bounce of this speculative ascending triangle. And we're seeing altcoins like Solana continue to moon here. Is Bitcoin in store for a return to excitement? Only one thing is for sure. It's about to get very big. So you guys need to channel, make sure to like, subscribe. This gives me these absolutely time-sensitive alerts. We have about 15 days left of our competition. And without any further magoo, let's dump on in. Well, so as we talked about in our video yesterday, there is, in my opinion, a speculative ascending triangle forming for Ethereum. And yeah, I just think Ethereum is looking very strong here. We're going to be getting into Ethereum in this video as well. But if we take a look first at the DXY, what we see happen here is after setting a new high, breaking the highs of March 31st, just about 10 days ago, the DXY has actually pulled a correction and moved below the 21 DMA and is now testing the 50 DMA. So was that all for the DXY, or is there more strength to come? And with that being said, somehow, some way, the SPX just continues to hit new all-time highs. Absolutely insane. I mean, just over the last like 4 months, you can see here, we've touched on this 50 DMA 4 times, and every single time it basically led to immediate all-time highs afterwards, okay? So how long can this keep up? That is the question. So if we take a look at Bitcoin's chart here, guys, we're still within the danger zone, as we're still at the very bottom of this ascending channel here. So it's absolutely key. This is about a month-long ascending channel. And so we don't want to get our hopes up just yet because we're in the danger zone, okay? For example, if we were up here, testing above 53K, then that would be the time where we'd be saying, wow, are we about to break out and head to new all-time highs? But alas, we're at the bottom of this channel, okay? This is the tippy top. This is the very bottom. And with that being said, we need to be very careful here, as, again, we've so far gotten a little bounce off the 21 DMA, but we want to see a return above 50,000 before we get excited, because we've gotten rejected there pretty much since August 20th, okay? Just a horizontal line of resistance that Bitcoin just keeps getting rejected at. However, when we first tested this 200 day after breaking above it and the 21 day at the same time, about a couple days ago, we went below the 21 DMA and ultimately wicked down to the 200. Now, so far, we've only wicked down to the 21. So progress is progress, but if we have another touch on the 21 day, aka coming back down to the $46,000 level for Bitcoin, then this scenario comes back into play with vigor and strength. But with that being said, on the daily chart, these are incredibly obviously boring candles. You can see almost no fluctuation within these candles for the most part. Pretty tame, but it is always quiet before the blast. And I think a lot of people need to keep that in mind. So on the 6-hour chart as well, we do have a speculative triangle actually as well. It's about a week-long triangle going all the way back to about the 22nd and the 23rd of August, and now we're on the 30th of August. And yeah, breakout targets to the upside here would be a little above 50K. Breakdown targets would actually put us down, to at least that $46,000 level that we're talking about, and that can be very quickly bearish. So in the short term, I think that we need to be kind of cautious here because volatility has decreased over the last 3 days specifically, and we haven't been able to reclaim 50K. The noodle can only be slurped so many times before a dump is imminent. So absolutely key to remind ourselves about that. On this chart, we're still looking at the exact same scenario. We got rejected when we came back up to retest the bottom of this support line, turned now potentially resistance line, but we do have this big level below us of support. Again, 46K, it falls right in the middle there. Next one is about 40K, so it's quite a big difference between those two levels there. And if we take a look here for Bitcoin, again, we've just been, you can kind of just see us, again, coiling up here And again, price has gotten a lot less volatile. We need to be paying attention, though, at this point to the alts. So Ethereum, at this very second, we talked about this yesterday when Ethereum was at like 3,200. Now we've had a nice move to the upside, but you see exactly where we're facing this resistance. So normally these type of patterns, ascending triangles, would break out more so in this region. Could we break out here? Absolutely. Yeah, I just want to be cautious here. Ethereum, I think, is in a bullish structure. With that being said, Bitcoin, I think, is in more of a neutral structure. Okay, I don't think Bitcoin is really giving off too many signs. Obviously, it's bearish that Bitcoin has been unable to flip 50K. That's bearish. But it's very bullish that Bitcoin's been bouncing at the 21,200 day moving averages and the bottom of this month-long ascending channel here. And as well, now we do have a red confirmed weekly candle for Bitcoin. The very first of the last 6 weeks is the very first one. And, you know, is this going to be potentially a dumpy September as we head into the new month? You know, could we get a wick down to this 21-week moving average and then blast off? Okay, that's a scenario we need to be watching for. Ultimately, we have so much bullish pressure building that I think we're in for some very good treats. But right now is an absolutely critical time we need to be very, very cautious of. Okay, just like we were down here, just like we said the day that it happened on May 19th that 30K was the bottom. Ultimately, 30K was the bottom, give or take like $1,000 or so. We did not really plummet below that. Okay, we went down to like 29.9 on that day. And for the most part, yeah, I mean, that was absolutely the levels that the whales and just a lot of people accumulated. And the new people and the retail and the people that were tricked dumped their bags at 30K. So just like after this prolonged amount of dumpiness, it was absolutely necessary that we get a strong bounce, and we have. And we even made the video like 2 days before that happened about that. It was the falling wedge video on July 22nd. I think it's very important now that we approach this pretty cautiously, especially as this last macro level of resistance, about 50K, you can see it exactly on this chart. This is a pretty big level. We found support here for 3 months as Bitcoin was teeter-tottering at that 60K and slightly below range. This was our ultimate support, right around 50K. So as you can see, this now is resistance. And even if we break above it, it's not guaranteed that we're just going to keep staying above it and go straight to 60K. Well, so if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to hit like, subscribe, turn on the notifications to miss these absolutely time-sensitive alerts. Make sure there's about 2 weeks left for our ADA competition here. Quite a lot of entries, I believe, you know, multiple thousand unique entries. And as well, if you're interested in trading spot or contract, there's a link below to Femex with some nice bonuses and a gigantic amount of altcoin pairs that a lot of people obviously are interested in using. And as well, I should have a pretty gargantuan announcement over the next week. I'm working with 3 individuals on this. And yeah, it's going to be pretty big. No, unfortunately, it is not more NFTs. Although we will be rolling out 2 more editions of the Dumpy Zone collection. Currently, there are only 2 collections, this collection and then this collection here. And as well, there's also the other Crunched and Munch collection, but 2 more of our collections will be announced soon, but that is not the announcement that I'm referring to. And without any further ado, that's it for me. Bye-bye.